Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into why invading the United States is nearly impossible. It sounds like the premise of a bad action movie, right? But thinking about the obstacles to a successful invasion reveals a lot about the US's unique position in the world. We'll be looking at maps, examining military might, and even delving into the minds of everyday Americans to understand the almost mythical status of US invulnerability. Because when it comes to defending its borders, the U.S. has a few aces up its sleeve, or maybe we should say aircraft carriers in the water and fighter jets in the sky. Let's get started. Let's address the elephant, or perhaps we should say the room, the U.S. military. It's no secret that the U.S. boasts the most powerful military in the world. We're talking cutting-edge technology, from stealth bombers to advanced drone programs. Then there's the highly trained personnel. The U.S. military has been involved in conflicts around the globe for decades. But it's not just about fancy gadgets and seasoned soldiers. The U.S. also has a global network of military bases. This reach allows the U.S. to project its power practically anywhere in the world. Now imagine trying to fight your way through all that just to get to American soil. See that big blue thing on either side of the U.S.? Those are oceans, my friends, and they're not just for scenic boat rides. They act as giant watery moats, making it incredibly difficult for any enemy to launch a large-scale invasion. To land a significant force on U.S. soil, an invading army would need to transport troops and equipment across vast stretches of ocean. That means ships, a lot of ships. And even if an enemy force managed to bypass the Navy, they'd still have to contend with the U.S. coastline. Invading the U.S. is like trying to conquer a mountain range. It's not enough to just reach the top of one peak, you have to control them all. Okay, let's talk about the big, scary elephant. No, not the military this time, the nuclear one. The U.S. possesses a devastating nuclear arsenal, and it's no secret that using it is a last resort, a terrifying prospect that hangs over any potential conflict with the U.S. The destructive power of nuclear weapons acts as a powerful deterrent. The idea is that the potential for catastrophic retaliation prevents any rational actor from launching a full-scale attack on the U.S. This raises all sorts of complex ethical and geopolitical questions, but there's no denying the chilling effect of nuclear weapons on any potential invasion plans. It's like that moment in a game of chess when you realize your opponent is a few moves away from checkmate. The nuclear deterrent, while unsettling, adds another layer of complexity to any attempt to conquer the United States. Wars aren't just fought on battlefields, they're also fought on balance sheets. And in the global arena of economics, the U.S. occupies a pretty formidable position. Maintaining that level of firepower requires an equally massive amount of money. Fortunately for the U.S., it has a robust and diverse economy, allowing it to allocate vast resources to its military. The U.S. spends more on defense than any other country in the world, surpassing the next several countries combined. Invading and occupying a country, especially one as large and populous as the U.S., is incredibly expensive. So, any country foolish enough to consider invading the U.S. wouldn't just be facing a military powerhouse, they'd also be facing an economic juggernaut. Successful invasions aren't just about military victories, they're also about winning the peace. And that means gaining the support, or at least the acquiescence, of the local population. That's a tall order in any country, but it's especially challenging in the United States. Americans are by and large a patriotic bunch. While there are certainly divisions within American society, the idea of a foreign power invading and occupying their land is likely to unite Americans in a way that few other events could. From armed citizens to peaceful protesters, Americans have a long history of resisting tyranny. And in the face of foreign occupation, that resistance would likely be fierce, widespread, and ultimately insurmountable. While no defense system is perfect, the combination of these factors makes it highly unlikely that any country or coalition of countries could successfully invade and occupy the U.S. The sheer scale of the challenge, from the logistical nightmares to the potential for catastrophic retaliation, makes such an undertaking almost unfathomable. The spirit of a nation, its willingness to defend its values and its way of life, can be a powerful deterrent in its own right. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos.